The second one is, of course, as I mentioned before, you play as JFK after the ridiculously long cutscene that you can eventually skip through. I must stress once again, I think there's a mission objective inside the Pentagon. You gotta play with friends. If you play alone, you get nowhere. Everywhere you look, you need a lot of points. Everything is too expensive to unlock. And you can't waste one single bit of points. Even though you need a gun, the handgun doesn't give a shit. It really doesn't. Unless you're perfectly on target.
My suggestion is either knife them, grenade them, or better yet, just break the windows.
And then rebuild it and get the points. It's the easiest cheat.
The talking is, once again, not completely necessary. It may seem funny at first, but after a while, come on, it just gets really ridiculously redundant.
Yeah, of course, you're in the Pentagon. I would think you want to get on the elevator. They unlock that. And what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You need points to go down the elevator. Ugh, this gets so annoying. This is how far I've gotten alone. Ain't much progress in this. Alright, now with online teammates. This is how far I've gotten. A lot farther than this. But still, I can't really figure out what I'm supposed to do here. I understand there's supposed to be an achievement objective, but I never could figure it out. What the hell am I supposed to do? Now, of course, you got the regular basic zombies. But there's also dog zombies. And there's also jumping zombies. Damn! This is insane. Ugh. And I'm dead. As soon as everybody's down, that's it. It tells you how long you survived, and you're done. And that's that. So next up, Dead Ops Arcade. Sounds fun, right? What the hell is this? This is Nazi zombies? This doesn't look anything like this. I mean, I guess it's more of like old school arcade style. But, well, let's just get to it. So yeah, instead of a typical first person sort of view, you get this weird awkward overhead view. It's really weird trying to figure out how to do certain things. And you try everything. I couldn't figure out how to shoot. How do I shoot? Come on. How do I shoot? Come on. I can do this weird power run thing. How do I shoot? Okay, I can't shoot. What do I do here? Screw this, I'm out. What? Oh, okay, you gotta use the right analog stick. That's really something, huh? Yeah, which button can we choose for the shooting button? Let's not use one of the 4 buttons. Let's use the analog stick. That's really creative, I must say. So anyway, now that you figured it out, there you go. You can shoot the hell out of everything and you're on your way. Yeah, that's more like a zombie game. Only problem is, why am I using the analog stick in a certain direction that I have to shoot? Can't I just use one of the 4 buttons or the right or left trigger buttons? Wouldn't that make more sense? But anyway, yeah, it's okay. Just shooting the hell out of things, and basically it's more of a competitive game rather than a team game. And I only made 2nd place. It's okay, I guess. Next up, you got more Nazi zombie games. Ugh. God damn. Where's my Twinkie? Did somebody get me a Twinkie? Come on, I can't shoot zombies without the Twinkie here. Never mind. Anyway, this one appears to take place at some sort of Mayan jungle. Of course, the Ascension and the Moon ones are part of an expansion which I didn't even bother downloading. I'm not going to really get deep into all the packs, but I'm going to talk about the detailing of the packs. These are more about the hazards. I don't really have to talk about what kind of zombies there are. Of course, in this area, you got zombie monkeys sitting on top of the wall. Zombie monkeys. No comments there. And you got all sorts of weird traps. You got these cage walls coming down which make it sort of like a maze. And then you got these swamp-like things which make it impossible to move fast.
And these spiked walls that can actually harm you as well. Sort of reminds me of an Indiana Jones booby trap.
And of course zombies that break the hell out of anywhere. Alright, next up is of course the ice area. Your main enemy of course is this guy who comes out and is impossible to kill no matter how many times you shoot him. You shoot him or throw grenades at him, he'll just players get pissed off and apparently electrify the ground and summon zombies to come out. And, well, that's how you play the game. You shoot the zombies, you get points, because there's no way you can kill it. I guess there's, once again, a mission objective. You unlock different areas, you take this boat out of here, and you get onto this frozen cruise ship, which, of course, you need more points to unlock more points to get up to the top, which is, of course, the bridge, and that's how far I've gotten. The main hazard, of course, is the ice-cold water. You get in the ice-cold water, you start freezing up, and apparently if you stay in too long, you get hypothermia and you turn into an ice block. I don't want to do that because I don't want to die. I got enough out of my system, and I think you get the point. Those are all most of the Nazi zombie type games. There's different hazards, different types of zombies. It's kick-ass fun, but can get a little annoying at some points if you're trying to work together as a team. My initial response is, well, good time on the Call of Duty. There are so many of them. You can't resist downloading at least one. Good kick-ass time. My final verdict is, yep, a shotgun way up, for sure. So, now on to the basic zombie games, not expansions. Left 4 Dead. Ah, yes, the legendary Left 4 Dead series. Once again, I can't stress that the music is terrifying. The graphics are kick-ass. This game is all about the zombies. The intro cutscene is incredible, and the gameplay is just as incredible as it looks.
Only problem is the campaign mode gets boring pretty fast if you're trying to play alone.
Unless you're an extreme achievement hunter, well, that's all there is to it.
When you start up the single player mode, you pick your character or a random pick, difficulty, and you can jump to whatever level of campaign you want. And then comes the loading screen, and apparently it looks like you're the star of some kind of zombie apocalypse type movie. Every different level has a different title. And speaking of loading screen, yeah, loading times, load as shit. Really, it takes forever. And finally, when you get to the gameplay, you always start out in a safe house, and make sure you stock up on not only weapons, but first aid kits, and whatever as much as you can. Of course, every other character is going to try to hog it for themselves. Of course, when you're playing single player, no matter what, there's 3 other people that are going to accompany you. They're computer OWL players. Your primary weapon is a handgun. But unlike Call of Duty, it actually works a lot better, and it does damage to the zombies. It beats that one by a mile. And yeah, you can also dual wield it. Nothing wrong with that. And of course you get the secondary weapon, which you can go absolutely crazy for. Machine gun, shotgun, rifle, sniper rifle, you name it. Anybody's initial instinct is to pick the secondary weapon. Only problem is you can only hold one primary weapon and one secondary weapon at the same time. You can't hold more than 2 weapons. You can also carry, yes, only one first aid kit, 1 can of pain pills, and 1 hand grenade weapon, which can either be a Molotov, which starts a fire, of course, and, of course, a pipe bomb, which has to be one of my favorites. This is cool. You throw it, and it makes a beeping noise, which, out of all things, attracts zombies, and they gather all around it. Yeah, it's so cool. And best of all, the weapons don't cost a penny. Now that's what I'm talking about. Of course, there's no melee weapons in this game, which sucks. Your only melee attack is to push them, it seems like. Or hit them, whatever, with your secondary or primary weapon. That's it. There's a pretty big selection of weapons, but it's not enormous. But it'll do. The majority of levels in this game are all at night, and I have to say, it looks impressive. The texture and the graphics, and just the fact that it's at night, it goes along with the music pretty well, and it brings out the mood of being in a post-apocalyptic world that's invaded by zombies, and has gone to a living hell. It's incredible. Yeah, all you either do is shoot, melee attack, blow up zombies. You don't really have to kill them. Your main objective is to try to make it from one safe house to another. But of course, these suckers are always going to try to kill you. And with this game, it's all about the different classifications of the zombies. They really put their focus all on the zombies when making this game.
You got the regular basic zombies that try to gang up on you or easy to shoot. You got the boomers, which of course seem like obese, overweight ones. I guess they forgot the rule of cardio. Yeah, they spit barf all over you, which apparently attracts zombies. And why? Well, I guess zombies love their vomit. It blurs out your vision, which is disorienting, and then swarms of zombies come out of nowhere. This can cause major problems.
You gotta shoot these suckers from a distance.
The witches, of course, are the ones that are apparently sleeping or meditating. If you startle them, boom, you're down.
You got the smokers, which apparently have the world's longest tongue, and they use it to lasso its victims. And as soon as you kill them, yep, apparently smoke comes out of them. Makes sense. You got the hunters, which have insane jumping abilities, fast speed, and apparently they pin you down, and either they're trying to eat you or rape you. Yeah. You get caught by any of these suckers, you need the help of your teammates badly. Without them, you're dead. Then you got the tanks, which are these huge juggernaut things. You know they're coming as soon as the ground starts shaking. They sort of remind me of those mutated creature things from Batman Arkham Asylum. And apparently, they are nearly unstoppable. All you gotta do is keep shooting them, you piss them off, and eventually they do go down on the count.
And that's what it's all about. Nothing more satisfying than killing the hell out of these flesh-eating suckers.
But unlike Call of Duty, there is friendly fire, so you gotta watch where you're aiming and shooting.
And why? I guess they wanted to make it more realistic. As in, if you're really aiming to shoot a zombie and you accidentally shoot your teammates, yeah, they would take damage. And one weird glitch in this game is, unlike Call of Duty where you can get blocked in by your teammates, in this game, look at that. You can just walk right through them. I mean, jeez. This kind of defeats the purpose of reality right here. Of course, referring back to Call of Duty, you're going to take damage. You have a health meter. And if you go down, your teammates can revive you, like Call of Duty once again. And you can revive them as well if they go down. And under some circumstances, your teammates may not make it all the way to the end. At the end of every 5th level of each campaign, there's always a rescue mission. You have to call a rescue, whether it's a tank, a boat, a chopper, or an airplane, depending on where you are. But then that's not enough. As soon as you call the rescue mission, you still have to wait and fend off as much zombies as possible and keep yourself alive until the rescue mission comes. Then you're out of there. But not everyone is always going to make it. If somebody happens to give their life away, well, their name comes up in a dedication note on the end credits. God rest them. Only problem I have with these levels are, I can't help but think there should be a map screen.
Not for nothing, but I have gotten lost a couple of times and ended up going, instead of forwards towards the next mission objective, towards the previous safe house.
Of course it gets dark at a lot of points, but at least your weapons have a light on them. And at some points, of course, it's going to summon a whole herd of these zombies. And they just gang up all over you. Damn.
And also, there's no checkpoints. Really? Would it really have killed them to put checkpoints in these levels? I mean, if you die, yeah, you gotta start all the way from the beginning, no matter how far you made it into the level. Some of them can get really long, and there's no checkpoints? Who the hell came up with this idea? But anyway, that's the single player mode. It's fair to say that it's worth checking out at least once to get the feel for each and every level.
But it kind of loses its flavor pretty fast. And yes, you can also do a split screen version as well with another human player.
Not much to say. It's not bad. But of course, the multiplayer is where it's all at. You want to know about the multiplayer? Well, let's take a look. Yeah, of course you get the original campaign mode. Nothing much more than just simply playing through the regular single player mode, but with actual human players. Not that the computer owls are bad, but at least these people you can tell they're actually human, because they do have their flaws. Play through, shoot zombies, kill them, make it to the safe house.
As well as working together as a team and protecting each other.
And if you die, well, that's it. You're done. Game over. If nobody revives you, which I absolutely hate, then you end up playing spectator, just like Call of Duty. Boring as shit. Then, of course, you got the versus mode. What is it? Well, looks the same as campaign mode, except this time, aside from playing as the human, if you get infected, you can actually play as the zombie. Holy mother of shit. That is awesome.
Get